Mike, turn your games down.
Hi, Booker, mini episode of Games My Mom Found. I am Mike Albertin, and who is in a truncated anime in a 45-minute game with me tonight?
Put me in a mech and call me an Evangelion. It's Dominic. Hello.
That was good. So we are here to talk about a game that I forgot existed, and I'm only doing because I am a weird completionist in certain aspects. We are here to talk about Robotech, the Macross Saga, and you're going, what's that? You're not the only one. Developed by Lucky Chicken Games.
We
no
all know
idea
them.
who the fuck
We love
this
them.
is.
We love them. We know them. The developers of Tonka Rescue Patrol and the European-only Underworld and Eternal War.
And Casper Spirit Dimensions. Don't forget that. And a few games that don't even have a Wikipedia article.
I mean, Land Before Time, Dinosaur Arcade. Everyone knows that. That was at Chuck E. Cheese all over the place.
But I'm assuming you haven't either. And then published by TDK Media Active. I don't even know what that is either.
Publishers of the Haunted Mansion game when I was a kid.
Oh, okay. And this originally came out in 2002, and then it recently got remade and came out for Switch. But this wiki doesn't pull up to that, so I was wondering.
Really? I wonder if it's still on there.
I mean, just the wiki I have, but I mean, that's the right way to play this game if you are going to play it. We played the Game Boy Advance game. The whole reason why this is even here is because I've done the other two Robotech games from this era, Battlecry and Invasion, and I just wanted to finish this one. Just to knock out.
I wanted to play a certain amount of games this year.
That too.
I'm very close, as are you. So here we are talking about a game neither of us really would have played otherwise.
No, probably not. So first I want to ask you, for history of this game, I forgot this game existed. I didn't find out till many, many years later when I was doing one of the other Robotech episodes. I was like, oh yeah, this game exists. That's my history. What about you, Dominic?
I played Battlecry a little bit on GameCube, and that was hard. This, I had heard of it in passing, but never really knew what it was. And then you're like, ooh, I'm interested in this. And I said, sure.
So, for those that don't know, this is a shoot-'em-up Robotech game that truncates the anime of Macross, or we know in the West as Robotech, the Macross Saga. And it somehow truncates all those episodes into 7 or 8 levels, I think it was, or 9. And it actually does tell the story of Robotech in a very, very truncated version. Which, as a guy who loved Robotech as a kid and still has a soft spot for it, seeing the different... I knew all the episodes they were referencing.
Okay. As someone who's never seen Robotech, this could have been an original story for all that I knew.
That's fair. It's close enough. Since this is the last Robotech game that I think we're going to be talking about probably, at least anytime soon, unless I start digging into the Japanese ones. One, I do want to ask, how do you feel about shoot-'em-ups?
I mean, they've never been my favorite genre, but they're fine. They're interesting.
Okay. I hate them. So, I do not like them. I don't play them. This is actually the first shoot-'em-up that's been reviewed on the show. And then I realized, oh yeah, I don't like this genre.
Is it that you don't like the vertical side-scrolling? You don't like the bullet hell? What is it?
A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B.
I said vertical side-scrolling. That's not what I meant, but you know what I meant.
I know. I don't like either. I don't like bullet hells in general. The only reason I even finished this game because there's an infinite life code you told me about, so therefore the game was just on autopilot.
Yeah, okay, so we'll talk about how crazy the progression in this game is. Because I would not have finished this game without that life code. Because when you start, you can pick a character, you can go and do the thing. Each character is essentially a run through the game. So if you pick Rick Hunter, you'll have his progression. You pick Roy Fokker, you have his progression. But you're only given 4 lives. And every 10, 100,000 points, whatever it is, you get another life. That's fine. But if you lose all of your lives in a level, you are fucked for the next level because you're not getting anything back. You have to fight to get levels back. Or the lives back.
Yeah, the amount of times I died in this game, there's no way I would have made it through without cheating. And the Game Boy Advance version, which is what we played, because I actually didn't even know this was remade on Switch until after we beat it. I wasn't gonna buy it anyway, but
it's $10 for people who care.
Which is not, if you like shoot-'em-ups, that is probably a good price.
It's probably cheaper than the Game Boy cart is right now, actually.
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised this game is expensive. I just can't believe this game was remade and put on Switch in HD.
It's $15 actually for the cart.
Oh, who the fuck was asking for this? This isn't even on Steam. It's only on Switch.
Harmony Gold, maybe.
They lost the license by this point, I think.
No, I just know that they're a terrible company. That's all.
Oh, they are a terrible company. They are the reason why the Robotech franchise disappeared for like 20 some years because of licensing issues with them, and they wouldn't release it. It wasn't it. I'm pretty sure they don't. I could be wrong on this, but I don't think they have They don't own it anymore. They finally got stripped of their ownership of it, or something happened. But no, Harmony Gold is awful.
Unfortunately.
But in the early 2000s, they did make a really cool DVD set of the Macross Saga, which I have.
I have seen.
It's one of the few animes I actually own. I love Robotech when I was a kid. I thought it was the coolest fucking thing ever. I mean, it is a actually pretty dark show. What happens? Because like in this game, they do show it, but like Earth gets destroyed.
I mean, that's cool.
Completely. It's a barren wasteland, and they're trying to rebuild civilization. A lot like Final Fantasy VI type of world ruin type idea.
The game doesn't really show it, but yeah.
No,
cool.
I mean this is a shoot 'em up. Like they don't got, and it's bad graphics on the Game Boy Advance because it's a Game Boy Advance game.
I mean, it's a 16-bit game. That's not necessarily bad graphics.
No,
it just the art style does not translate well. I don't think.
No, I'm also watching the HD version playthrough right now, and God, this game is pretty on HD and easier. By the way, like the video I'm watching, it feels like a lot less bullet hell than what I dealt with.
I will say, I legitimately, like, not doing the code, I think I got to the second to last level as Max Sterling.
Damn, you're good then.
I was kind of a lucky, like, I'm going to just sit here and try this and see how far I get. Because, like, I think I did the first level as Rick. I'm like, oh, this is kind of long and kind of bullshit. Like, the levels are not short for the shoot 'em up levels, at least.
No, they are not. They are a lot longer than you would think. I mean, I feel like if you enjoy this genre, you probably would have fun with this game. It just depends on, like, this is not my genre. I hate this genre.
Well, and they give you some play styles too, which is at least nice because you have the plane. I don't know what the other in between is, but then you get the mech itself.
Battleloid. I told you I love this franchise.
Like, what is that middle point? Like, what is the difference? Like, what is that supposed to do or mean?
In gameplay style, I don't know. In show style, I can tell you.
Because like it's just another plane essentially, but maybe a little easier to control.
It has arms. The point of the second Guardian is that it can hover, which is where it's like a plane with legs and arms, so it can pick up people, it can pick up things. It doesn't move as fast as a jet, but it can still move faster. The Battleloid version, which is the mech, was made to fight the Zentradi, because the Zentradi are giants, like those battle pods that you fight, the blue things on the bottom, blue and white things. They're supposed to be a giant inside the center of that cockpit. They're all supposed to be bigger than they look in this game.
So I mean, I will give it to them that they essentially had to put a ground on every level because you could be in the mech version whenever you want, and that's just walking around.
Yeah, so if you really work it in.
If you really wanted to take the game at an easier pace, that's the way to do it.
Oh, you just play on the ground?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the game doesn't advance until you start walking to the right. So if you double back, it doesn't send any more enemies.
I did not know that. Nor did I. I just control it. I didn't care. So, because I couldn't die.
Yes.
I mean, I could die, but it was irrelevant. So, and I beat this game in one sitting with cheat codes, and I was like, okay, this is fine.
I mean, the reason to play it, I guess, is to see if you can get through it, right? Like, that's the thing. It's like a weird self-harm. I'm not really supposed to joke about that, I know, but like, you're only doing it to yourself because it's hard. That's what this game is. Yes,
and to those that just like Robotech, this is one of your few... Like, I know there are other Robotech games that never came to America. There's a whole bunch, I think, that are all shoot-em-ups, which I'm curious about, but not enough to dig them out.
I mean, it looks like there was the 2 on Xbox and GameCube, and then there was the canceled N64 one.
Oh, I know there's Japanese-only ones, but they're not called Robotech, because Robotech is not the name of this anime. Robotech is a made-up name by Harmony Gold.
Super Dimension Fortress Macross?
Yes.
Okay.
That's the real name of this anime. Robotech is 3 completely different animes put together to make one series called Robotech.
That sounds right. I think I've heard it described like that.
I have never been able to stomach the second, and or the third one. I just can't do it. For me, Robotech is the Macross Saga. That's it. I don't venture into the Master Saga or the Invasion Saga because they're different animes. I don't care. I can't do it.
That's
So,
unfortunate.
Yeah, they're not good. I mean, Macross Saga I enjoy, but like when you're watching the translated versions of the other ones and they try to work in how these are sequels, like it just everything is too different. They're just three different mech anime, and it just makes me irritated that instead of just being like, yes, these are cool shows, we're gonna try to work them all in together, and they're all about proto-culture, which I know means nothing to you, but I mean, for this game existing, it's cool because if you're a Robotech fan, you get another Robotech game. Like, I know I already said this, but I'm still astonished that this game was remade, and I had no idea that it came out for Switch.
Yeah, but
no
Mike,
fucking idea.
Does the existence of another game mean that you should celebrate even if it's not great?
Yes, I do, because I don't think this game is bad for the people who like this game style. I think for a guy who does not like shoot 'em ups, this is not a good, fun game, but that is because I just do not like shoot 'em ups. I don't play any of them. They are one of those styles of games that I'm just not into because they're too hard, and I'm not a Twitch type gamer. When I mean Twitch, I mean like to be able to handle the sudden changes that you need to be able to for this type of game. You need
I can be good at games, but even that stuff, that's hard for me. Like just being able to visually recognize and react, especially like even the later levels in this game, it gets really crazy.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, like the fan service in this game, they work in a lot of different enemy types. All the enemy types are from the show, by the way. Those Battleoids, the green jets, the big giant green ships you see, everything is from the show. Accurate to the show. So, I mean, I got to give them props for that. And then, like, even all the characters, besides the chicken, they're all accurate mech designs.
Is there a chicken because it's Lucky Chicken Games?
Oh, that's probably why, yeah. I didn't think about that. I didn't even know who the developer was, to be honest, until, we started recording this and I read the name.
I'm also noticing that there's a ad on the box for a free action figure. Mm-hmm. Legacy of Goku had a free poster.
I kind of want it to be. I want that figure. I'm not going to try to find it online. But it's Max, which was, when I was a kid, he was my favorite character. He was the green-haired guy who joins later on in the show. Because Rick is the main character. Roy Faulkner is his brother, who has the coolest fucking mech of them all. He is the skull and crossbones one. But he dies early into the show, and then Rick takes over that mech. So I thought it was funny. He's a playable character. I'm like, no, you don't live that long. Nor does his friend. There's a guy named Ben that's also a character in here. Yeah. He gets murdered midway in the show, too.
They do like a show with good murder and plot twists.
Oh, a lot of people die in this series, like of the anime. Like, it is a brutal anime for what it is. Like, yeah, they get massacred throughout it. Well, the whole idea is that they're on Earth and then they warp to Pluto by accident, and then they fly back from Pluto back to Earth. But the Zentradi are chasing them, which are the green ships, and then eventually they end up fighting with the Zentradi, and the Earth gets destroyed, and they keep fighting. There's a lot to it. Like, it is like a 40-some episode, 50-episode anime. I can't remember.
I mean, you gotta fill that time somehow.
They do a good job of it from what I remember. I mean, and the fact that this game worked in different levels, like it works on a Mars level, which they go to Mars at one point to restock, because Mars had a colony, but the colony's destroyed. And one of the characters I had a crush on as a kid, her ex-boyfriend or fiance, whatever he was, she finds his dead office or his dead body, or not something of his dead, and then she starts crying and like, I'll just stay here and die. And then Rick saves her with the Guardian. So
that's like the other gameplay type of level they have, which is walk around in like an isometric view and like blow stuff up for a minute.
The Contra 3, for example.
I guess.
Those ships are from the show too, by the way. All of those different designs are all from the show.
It was weird because like I don't think it explains very well what you're supposed to do in those levels, because I went around blowing everything up. And then it's like, oh, I have to blow up the buildings? Okay.
Either I didn't catch it or the game didn't explain it, but I didn't know what I was supposed to do until I just did it and it worked.
Right.
Like I went and killed all the enemies and I realized, I got to destroy these green things.
That's exactly what I did too, yeah.
Okay. So it wasn't just me. So yeah, I mean, in the HD version, it tells you destroy the landers.
Does it? That's amazing. They really thought about how to do some QOL on this.
I mean, the HD version is fucking pretty though, too. Like, and also this looks easier. It looks like a lot less bullet hell. Maybe it has difficulty settings.
I mean, it's probably easier to render that stuff on a Switch versus a GBA.
Same. I mean, I think Switch has also been a revival for shoot 'em up genre too, because there's a lot on there if I remember correctly, and you can do it where you can put the Switch vertically and play that way too.
Yeah, tape mode.
Which people do. There's a whole controller that was made for it and stuff that people have. So I mean, it revived the genre a lot. The top down stuff wasn't bad. I mean, it's cool seeing more of those ships. Those ships that you play as, they're like Tomahawk and a few other ones. So pretty much in the Robotech anime, you have the Veritechs, which are what you're flying, the plane, Battleoid, Guardian mech. And then they also have these other type of mechs, Tomahawk and a few bunch of other ones that are kind of like just that are on the ship. And they get fucking massacred throughout the anime constantly. For the Veritech, you have to be more of a trained pilot to use it, and it's much harder. Also, the Veritechs are made from technology that is from the Zentradi, which are the aliens that are chasing you.
Okay.
In the HD version, they actually have a song in this game, too, because in one of the final parts of Robotech, to confuse the Zentradi, they have Min-Mei, who is this pop singer, let's say, singing a song, and it confuses them, and they actually have the song and the level in this game at the same point.
Yeah, I guess version. It would sound compressed on a GBA, wouldn't it?
It wouldn't have worked. But they actually worked it in on the HD version I saw, because I was looking at clips of this, and I was like, okay, that's fucking cool. Also, in the HD version, they look like landers in that level, not like Namek buildings from Legacy of Goku 2. Or Legacy of Goku 1. That was nice. I was like, that's what I thought when I first saw them. I'm like, are these Namek buildings? I'm like, what the fuck? This is terrible.
This has been a fun little trilogy of licensed GBA games we've done together. Turtles, Goku, and this.
Yeah, that wasn't planned, by the way. Yes.
I will say, as far as the best game of the bunch, I think it was Turtles. The show I'd watched the most, probably DBZ.
You should watch Robotech if you have any interest in it. Not based on this game, but like, if it is worth checking out, I think. I mean, but then again, I am more biased because like I grew up on Robotech. I remember coming home from elementary school and being excited for the next Robotech episode to be on. Until, they did what Toonami loved to do and repeat everything over and over and over again because they didn't buy more episodes.
Yes. It's just reruns.
Yeah, and then every so often, like, oh, it's time for a new episode. And little did I know, like, all this shit has been completed for years. They just didn't want to pay for it, is what it was. They didn't want to license the whole thing. They just wanted to license part of it. Because, it wasn't that hard to dub it.
I mean,
they didn't put a lot of effort into these things. Yeah, but you know how much effort wasn't put into these animes? Trust me. Like, if you watch Robotech, there wasn't a lot of effort put in to dubbing it on the side of the producers.
I mean, sure. I mean, things have changed a lot,
Yes. Now animes are done much, but this was like early. This is an early anime.
Yeah.
So I don't think it was a good dub. I haven't watched it in years. When I met my wife, I put it on at one point for her, and she's like, "This is stupid." And
I'm trying to figure out. I know I read like a novel years ago, but I can't remember if it was a Robotech, a Battletech, a Wartech. I can't remember.
Yeah, there was a thing in the 90s, with that phrasing.
It could have very well been Robot. I don't know, but I remember the novel being all right.
Also, by the way.
And yeah, it's part of an anime, so I'm sure they just put the anime together to make a Robotech thing.
No, there's actually like movies that are sequels to the anime, but this anime, not the Robotech show.
Interesting. Okay.
But yeah, there are other. They made a bunch of stuff that continues the story, but I've never. It's one of those things where like I only care about this little section of it because that's my childhood. Anything else, I'm not interested.
That's fair. It's good memories, but nothing you really want to like invest more in than you already have.
No, it's a time and place. I mean, and this game really brought me back to that, just playing through this for the 45 minutes and just listening to it. And because I had music on in one headphone when I was watching TV with my wife, and I'm like, you know what, this is kind of fun. Like, this is stupid. I don't like it, but I'm enjoying the music at least. And I'm enjoying the trip back memory lane with bad pixelated graphics. So,
No, the question is, did you finish this within one episode of House or whatever you watched, or?
I remember we were watching, but no, because I started it while I was doing other things, and then I took it upstairs with me in the Steam Deck and finished it. Also, Steam Deck is wonderful for Game Boy Advance games.
I'm sure.
It really is. I mean, it's wonderful for everything, but that's how I've been playing all my Game Boy Advance games. And it just feels good. It just feels like a gigantic Game Boy Advance in that shape.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, it's... I mean, GBA was a good handheld. It had the right size. It had a good feel to it. And it's nice that other things are kind of taking on that elongated, like, good screen kind of feel.
Yeah. I mean, it does have little, like, not cutscene, but little, like, text things in between the missions that talk about what the mission is, even though it's, like, they're hard to read because it's a Game Boy Advance.
And there's, like, 3 sentences to each one. So, there is a story, but there's barely a story. It's, like, story happening in the background.
Yeah, but you're not here for the story.
I mean, I think a good story would help.
I mean, there is a good story. It's in the anime.
I would rather them take the time to write some good dialogue and some good story stuff, even if it takes another week.
Yeah, but I don't think the publisher had that in mind. Also, this game came out a year after Battlecry, so we were in a weird Robotech time.
The Wikipedia literally calls it a renaissance of Robotech games.
Yeah, we had three in 3 years, and that was the end of that. And then the franchise disappeared again.
Oh, Harmony Gold.
Yeah, no, I found out this game existed. I was wrong. It was like 4 years ago or more than that. Because when I did Invasion, maybe no, about 4 years. When I did Invasion with actually a guy who worked on that game, we had talked about this, and and we were actually going to do it together, but I completely forgot, and I don't have Twitter anymore. And it was funny when I googled this game for YouTube, his playthrough came up. Greg Sewart from the Player One podcast. He played through this game. He's a big Robotech fan. Also, like all the characters you play as, like you see all those hidden slots. They're all the same characters, but in different mechs. Essentially,
that's silly.
Well, there's only so many pilots that do the Veritex. It's kind of like Gundam, where you just don't have a ton of pilots. You have a few. I think isn't that how like Mobile Suit Gundam? It was the only one I've actually watched all the way through.
I've only watched Evangelion, if I'm being honest.
Oh, okay. Well, that only has 3 pilots.
Technically 4.
Oh, that last guy a pilot too? Angel? The Angel guy?
Yeah, his whole thing is that he can control any Ava.
Oh, it's been a while. I last time I was watching the show, I got to that part and I turned off the show. I don't know why. I was just done. That show was, I was not in the right mindset to watch that depressing anime.
It's so good.
It is, but it's depressing as fuck, and I was not in the right mood for it.
See, I revel in that because I can just remind myself, see, I'm not as bad off as Shinji is. And it makes me feel a little better.
Asuka. Like I have a Funko Pop of Asuka somewhere. But not Rei or Shinji, just Asuka. That's all I wanted. I like her. She's my favorite. Even though she's kind of a bitch, she's my favorite.
Well, the whole thing is that she has been told all her life that she's the best and she needs to be number one, and then she's like, oh no, I'm in an environment in which I'm not the best.
I'm number 3. Well, to be fair, Rei has everything above them all because she's a fucking clone.
Yeah, but of course Asuka is just flailing and trying desperately to have some kind of grasp on her situation, and she just cannot deal.
Are there Neon Genesis games?
There's one on N64 that never came out in America, but apparently it's very impressive.
I wonder if it's translated or not.
There's like a PSP one too, I think. I think that was like developed by like Grasshopper or something like that.
I might have to look this up now and see if I can find it. Oh, and one little side thing you might have not noticed in this game, because you aren't obsessed with the anime like some people were. They like when you fight one of the boss fights and you're in the Battleloid mode, and if you notice he's a little chunkier looking,
yeah,
that's because he's in the armored version of the Battleloid mode. There's one episode where he gets this armor that gives him extra rockets and stuff like that, but then he blows it up, but they actually worked it into this game.
I love that. That's fantastic. Because in the game, it's just like, oh, there are 2 levels where you fight bosses. Okay. That's
the armor mode. Like, it's cool. One is the armor mode, one isn't. One is just fighting Chiron, who's one of the main villains in the show. But the mech was, his machinery is accurate. Like, this stuff is actually pretty well accurate to what the show is. Like, I was impressed. Like, just also surprised that this game even exists. I'm still so shocked about the HD version, too.
I did drop you a list of Evangelion video games.
Okay. Look that up later. I do like Evangelion video games.
It's interesting that this game was able to be, especially because who has heard of Lucky Chicken?
Nobody.
It's like one of those things where I guess TDK somehow got the license, and they're like, fuck, we need to fucking do something with this shit.
So TDK made the other ones too. So they were the ones that made Battlecry and I think Invasion 2.
Battlecry, Macross Saga.
No, they didn't do Invasion. They didn't do Invasion, but they did Battlecry, so they must have.
I don't think they were around long enough to make
Invasion. Are they that short of a company?
Yeah, they stopped publishing. Well, they got absorbed by Take-Two.
Oh, Defunct May 2005. Their last game was Knights of the Temple Inferno Crusade for PS2 in 2004. And they made a Conan game for PS2 I didn't even know existed in 2004. Not the one that I do know of. Huh.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. They are now 2K games.
Yeah, but that just means that they were just absorbed and then, doesn't... Hey, they did Darkened Sky, the Skittles game. Ooh.
I've heard that game's actually pretty interesting.
I own it.
I've watched a video about that I quite like.
I bought it randomly at GameStop many, many years ago when I didn't know it was a Skittles game.
Did Shrek Fairy Tale Freak Down? Legendarily bad Shrek fighting game.
I was watching Shrek and Shrek 2 yesterday, sort of. Well, I was at my friend's house and her kids were watching Shrek and Shrek 2, and I was like, man, this music is still great. Maybe
They did
I
publish a
almost
video
wanted to go
game.
over there, sit there, and play Saga 2 and watch Shrek with them, but I did not.
It's very funny that the Shrek game was made by DICE, makers of Battlefield.
Yeah, so this game has 2 top-down levels, and then the rest are all the flying shoot-'em-up type levels.
More
You
or
also
less.
can upgrade your mech too. Or
I
your
would say
Veritech
the
throughout.
boss levels are not exactly moving. They're just kind of like, okay, big
Yeah, they're
guy.
stationary.
Yeah.
Just go up and down and don't die.
Which is really weird because you think that the level would just end with that, but no.
I
It
mean,
gets its own little
then
thing.
this is a way to act like there's more missions than what there really are.
That's very
Because
true.
I'm sure that was a point on the box.
There are 10 missions instead of 8. Even though the first level does have a boss at the end and they don't cut away.
Well, that's where the money went.
Oh, you're
They
probably
learned real
right.
fast. We don't got the money for this shit, guys. Stop doing that.
Oh shit, you're probably right.
I mean, this game was made quick. I mean, but that also was the thing. Game Boy Advance, like you mentioned earlier, it just had some really interesting licensing stuff they were doing back then that they can't do now because games have gotten so much more expensive.
Yeah, absolutely.
And licensing has gotten so much more expensive, I bet, too.
Like, what other era would you still be able to make a game like Spy Muppets licensed to Croak?
I don't even know what that is, and it sounds so stupid.
It's Kermit the Frog as a James Bond type.
All right. That was not on my bingo card. It's something that existed. All right.
GBA,
but that's
everybody.
what makes the Game Boy Advance special, is that you get such random shit like this. Like, this is a random-ass thing. Like, Robotech was not a big franchise in 2004, 2003. This is not... I feel like its heyday was come and gone, other than people like me. I mean, people do love Robotech. There are Facebook groups in Robotech that I am part of. Of course I am. And they're like, hey, I bought this toy or this and that. And somebody posted blind boxes of little Veritech toys you can buy that morph. And I'm like, I hate blind boxes, but if I see that toy, I will buy it. Because
that's interesting.
I don't own anything Veritech. Like, I kind of want to get one of the models sometimes that can transform. But and I see them at the toy swap I go to. There's a guy that sells some of them every so often. But they're like, they want like $50 for it. I'm like, okay, I don't want to pay more than $20 for a little figure that's going to go on my desk right now. Like, I don't want to.
Mm-hmm.
So I have never bought it. They're also the retro ones because there's not a lot for this. It's just not I don't think it's a well-known franchise anymore. It's kind of dead and gone. So to me, like the fact, like you mentioned earlier, had a renaissance. Like, I don't know what prompted them to bring back Robotech all of a sudden at that time.
Maybe because the N64 game got canceled and they got a new publisher and that publisher was able to get shit done.
Yeah, but what made someone go, hey, let's make games on this franchise? Like, I don't know.
Well, I think it's more that they've been trying to do it for like years at that point, right? And so it's just like, well, now's our time. We got it finally under control.
Yeah, it was probably something like that. To me, it just always seemed odd because I like Battlecry. Invasion's actually not a bad game, even though it's based on the third of the anime, which I never watched, nor will I.
Mike, I'm gonna give you a challenge.
Sure.
In the next year, we have to play the game that I'm gonna put in the chat right now.
Good radio, guys. Let's see.
It's called No Rules, Get Fat.
What the fuck is it? I have never heard of it.
It's another
right.
TDK Mediactive banger, I'm sure.
Yeah, I don't believe that at all in any shape or form. So I was saying earlier, they do have like a level up system where you get extra stats. I don't know what the fuck the stats really do, but
it's not very clear. I feel like maybe you get a little more defense if you invest in that, but it doesn't super matter very much because you still can get shot pretty quickly.
Yes, that's odd. It's a shoot 'em up. The idea is not to get shot. So
yeah, but things happen.
Oh, I got shot plenty of times, but I didn't care, so it was okay.
If the game had more difference in how each form controlled and maybe gave the mech version a little bit more pizzazz, because again, walking around and like controlling the speed of the level does help a lot. But if they gave that form a little more agency, I think this game would be really interesting.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Because like imagine like a Metroid where like you could do the Metroid thing, but you could also get in a ship.
Okay, that.
Like it's there if you squint, but
I never used the Battleblade. I just used the Jet or the Guardian because the Jet also has missiles. So I died anyway. It didn't matter. So
I found the Battleblade a little easier to like maneuver around things. So I think I tried to use that more than the Jet.
But you were trying to not die.
I mean, yeah.
I didn't need to. I didn't care. I just was like, I was a tourist running through the game.
I mean, that's fair. I only activated it at the end when I was like, I am done fucking dying on this level for like 20 or 30 attempts.
Yeah, I started the game with infinite lives code.
Like, this is not a game I'm trying to ruin my life over. I just want to get this done.
I was just surprised you wanted to do this. to be honest. I didn't think anybody was gonna like say yes, because like so what I do is I have a thing where if there's something I want to cover, I'll download the cover art for the movie game and I put it in my phone, and then that cover art stays in my phone until I publish said product. And like I put this in there in January of 2025.
Yeah,
I was like, oh yeah, and I finally did it. It makes me happy.
I mean, it's a short game. It seems easy enough to get through if you know what you're doing. Like you do the Infinite Lives code, it's fine. But it's like, well, I'll take a couple hours and do that. That's no big deal.
I'm glad you thought so.
I like exploring different kinds of games. I like seeing what's out there. It's like reading books. I like reading random books and seeing what people have written.
I used to read a lot. I don't anymore, unfortunately. My enjoyment of fiction went to different stuff.
I mean, yeah,
video games mostly, comics.
To me, it's all kind of the same. I get a similar enjoyment from all different kinds of media.
That's good, though. I always feel like with games, at least for me, is like I'm experiencing something new, whether I enjoy it or not. That's how I look at it. Same with comics.
Yeah. And every game is new to you if you've not played it before.
Yeah. This was new to me. And now I can say I completed the Robotech trilogy of the early 2000s.
Yeah.
How many podcasters can say they reviewed all 3 Robotech games? I bet not many. I mean, who do what I do.
It makes you very unique and very specialized in your field.
Yes. I mean, yeah, the show itself is pretty special.
It'll be even cooler when we play No Rules Get Fat.
If you remember it some point next year, bring it up. So
let me buy it at some point first.
What system is it for? Game Boy Advance?
GBA.
Oh, okay. Yeah, man, GBA has some bangers. I skipped that genre completely, and I'm so happy to be going back. And not genre, but that system, and playing games over the years.
This game is sub $10. This will be easy peasy.
I'm still upset that the HD version isn't on Steam, because if it had been on Steam, I would have happily paid my $10, especially the Infinite Life code worked, and played it that way, happily.
That is kind of crazy it's not on Steam or anywhere else other than Switch.
I wonder if Nintendo published it.
I could not imagine.
I'm looking up right now.
I could not imagine.
I mean, I'm assuming they didn't.
Let's see, they have a page on the Nintendo website. That's cool.
So when you try to look it up on the Wikipedia, it just goes to the Game Boy Advance game, and it doesn't even talk about this one.
Publisher, GPC Games. Developer, Galaxy Pest Control / Lucky Chicken Games. So Galaxy Pest Control, I imagine, is the people that handled this.
Why only Switch?
Because if you Google Galaxy Pest Control, you get ads for pest removal services.
To be fair, that makes sense. For Google's like, you're not looking up this random developer publisher. You're looking this up, right? Right? Yeah, I think so.
Like, there's literally a Galaxy Pest Control operating in Massachusetts into New Hampshire. So they really did not help themselves.
No, they did not.
But GPCgames.com, there you go. That's where we want to go.
You guys have a unique name, and sometimes people fail at that.
Ooh, okay. Galaxy Pest Control. Their console games include Robotech the Macross Saga HD and Qbert Rebooted.
Hey, so not very much. And wasn't 2021 like during a time where Switch games were just like a dime a dozen online? Like that was just a thing where people were just constantly releasing them on Switch HD, or not Switch HD, but Switch the internet thing, online market.
I mean, probably because peak pandemic and a lot of games were selling on Switch. I mean, 2021 you would not see a response quick enough to get a game out because of the pandemic, but I'm sure it very much helped anything that was in development, especially if it was like, do we really want to do this? Should we cancel this? No, actually, things are doing really well on Switch. Put it out.
That's probably how this happened. All right. Anything else to say about Robotech, the Macross Saga?
I don't regret doing this. It was fine for what it was. I'm glad to put the very first shoot 'em up on the show. Thank you for the honor, Mike.
It wasn't what I expected to have a shoot 'em. Well, this kind of happens. But hey, I do like adding different genres to this show. I really do.
And I like that we get to play the games that you secretly really, really want to.
This was one of them, actually. So we'll go to Shelf Stacker Box. I'll go first. It's going in the box. I don't care how much I love Robotech. This game was not fun for me, other than I cheated. Did not like it.
Without cheating, this game is not interesting. Like, again, you have to fight to get lives back. There's no other way to get lives back unless you get points. At least that I could tell. So you have to there are levels. You just go in with 0 lives and hope that you can be good enough or learn the level well enough to get to a point where you start making like a positive life count.
And you don't get a lot of health upgrades. Like, I'm watching the HD version. There's a lot of health upgrades. I do not remember that in our version.
Oh, yeah. Like, the upgrades are, like, planted very specifically so that, like, there are sections where you have nothing. But then there's, like, a section where you have, like, 2 or 3. And it's like, what the fuck?
Oh,
like,
also, in the HD version, the music is right straight from the show.
So play the fucking HD version, everybody. That's the takeaway here.
Well, how many people do you really think are going back and playing the GBA version besides us? Like, I highly doubt there's many people.
Hey, if it's a $15 cartridge at a secondhand store, I'm sure people will pick it up.
Yeah, like a Red Beret you might find at a secondhand store, huh? So, okay.
Yeah.
And like, what about you? I don't think you said yet.
It's in the box.
Okay.
It's played it. I'm glad to have beaten it, but I'm not gonna like put it on any kind of pedestal for the wonders of GBA.
That is a fair statement. Hey, and yeah, I got nothing else. Okay, let's go to Flux. And Dominic, where can people find you at?
Yeah, I'm on the Distant Waves podcast on YouTube. That's Distant Waves. We are a music podcast. There's 3 of us. We each bring an album to the table, or maybe 2 albums or some EPs. Who knows? It's different every week. We listen to it throughout the week, and then we talk about what we listen to. It's been going for 6 years. We have a deep, weird, rich lore. If you're really interested in that, if you just want to listen and not care about that, that's totally fine too. We're on YouTube because I'm lazy and don't want to put it anywhere else. I don't want to put the work into that, but someone should at some point.
It'd be a lot of work, to be honest with you, at this point. You have to convert everything to MP3s.
Also on the Overblood Facebook group. People care about
Me
that.
too. My cat agreed. She just meowed. I don't know if it picked up or not. If it did, I'll amplify it, because I always do with cat meows. I amplify cat meows in this podcast for some reason.
I think you might have heard my cat meow at some point.
And, random, really stupid question. What is an EP? I've heard the term many times. I don't really know what it means.
So, an album... Well, okay, I mean, we could go back to like what vinyl did, right?
Yes.
Like with vinyl, albums had to be a specific length because the wax can only hold so much memory. So like an album is typically 8 songs, at least 25 minutes. You know, it's considered like a full body of work. EP is typically shorter, 4 tracks, 6 tracks, typically less than 25 minutes, though some go longer depending on what the artist is feeling. And EPs are generally seen as a kind of statement of the moment. Like, this is what I'm doing right now versus, hey, this is the fucking thing I've been working on for 6 years. Please buy this album for the love of God.
Okay, thank you. Because I've heard the term EP and I thought it was another term for an album. And then when you said both, I was like, wait a second. So, thank you.
Yeah.
I'm not a music guy, you can tell.
Like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of like an easy relation for you, but I'm not sure if I could think of
No, you're fine.
Classic rock band did an EP versus an album.
It makes sense. I watched enough random music documentaries and stuff that now I understand the term. So,
Gotcha.
Right, and if you enjoyed this episode, over 900 other episodes of this podcast, we do movies, TV shows, video games, comic. If you want to hear our other content about Robotech, the other 2 episodes are in here. You can check those out. Can't believe there's 3 now. I really can't. So, check that out. If you want to support the show, do a Patreon. We're a little dog vote in our Patreon polls. We have 1 to 2 polls a month. If you donate $10 or more, I'll give you a shout out like these lovely people. Phoebe Stanton, the Let's Play Princess on Twitch and YouTube. And check out absolutely the best podcast of Work in Progress. They talk about the MCU movies and MCU adjacent movies, and they are currently on Alien and Predator franchise. So check those out. Check all that out. I want to give a shout out my awesome intro and outro because Helena and Hell Has Free. Follow her on TikTok and Instagram. And check out Gamer Looks at 40. He is back. So check out his show. And join our Discord if you want to be on the show. If you want to suggest things for the show, we have a Discord. We're always happy to have new people join us. I'm always asking for openings, so check it out there. And please follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Threads, Blue Sky, YouTube, and rate and review for each podcast. I think that's everything I need to say. So we will see you next time. Bye, everybody.
See you in 2026 for No Rules Get Fat, Mike.